Good morning, ma. Welcome to Alpha Online Education. Commerce theory part for the first year's English medium chapter that we are dealing with is commencement of business, and this is the fifth session of our chapter. So, in the previous session, we have seen about what are the information should have to be included in the document of prospectus. We have discussed, and in this section, we are going to discuss about the legal requirements of prospectus. Okay. So let us focus on it. Prospectus must be dated. So when the document you are issuing to the public, at the time it should have the specific date. Okay. So it should not be like that some another year prospectus you are issuing in this year. That should the type of misrepresentations or malpractices should not be done. So they should be clearly dated. Okay. It must be signed by every person. Okay, it must be signed by every person who named as a director, who is named as a director. That each and every director should have to sign the prospectus. Okay, it must be issued within 90 days of its registration. So it should have to be issued after or within 90 days of its registration. Okay, so that it can gather money from the public by issuing such a prospectus. It can be issued either by newspaper advertisement or other social media or any other medias, magazines, or anyway here we can issue the information to the public to purchase the shares or debentures of the particular public company. It must not be issued unless a copy thereof has been filled with the registrar. So it should not be issued unless a copy, means one extra copy of prospectus that has been filled with the registrar on or before the date of its publication. Before the publication in newspaper or in advertisement, in whatever, it should have to be filed with the registrar. Then after, the same copy which has been registered with which have been filed with the registrar, that copy have to be published in the newspaper or in other media. Okay, a prospectus must be in writing. It should be in written. It should not be in oral. Okay. An oral invitation to the subscription of shares and debentures of the company. So it must be written, an oral invitation to subscribe for shares and debentures of the company. So if it is in written only, there can give an oral invitation. Okay, so there should be in written and the invitation should be in oral. So in a newspaper or by any type of announcements, okay, circulums. Okay, by any way they can issue it. All relevant facts should be accurate. Whatever the information, relevant means real. Whatever the facts, accurate means real things. Okay, all relevant facts means all the information which has been given, that should be correct, stated, and irrelevant information, incorrect information should be omitted. Omitted means we have to leave that. Incorrect information should have to be leave, and the correct information, relevant means correct. So correct information should have to be stated in the prospectus. So if any misrepresentation or malpractices have been done, in that case there are two liabilities. One is civil liability. In case of civil liability, the persons responsible for mistakes and untrue statement, the person who is responsible for mistakes in the prospectus or giving a statement of untrue things, in that case that person is liable to pay compensation to the person. So paying compensation to the investor. Okay, so the person who is responsible for that mistake, they have to pay compensation to other person who has been suffered. Okay, next, civil liability. Here the person who is responsible for misrepresentation, misstatement, okay, malpractices, he is liable to pay fine which shall not be less than 50,000 but which may extend it to 3 lakhs rupees. So if any wrong information is given in the prospectus to the investors, in that case, in the civil liability, in that case they should be they have to pay the compensation from 50,000 to 3 lakhs rupees. Between that they have to pay the compensation, or imprisonment up to 3 years, means they have to go to the jail also. Sometimes there will be both, giving compensation and have to be go to the jail. There sometimes there will be two type of punishments at a time to that person. So prospectus is a very important thing. While preparing it, the management should have to be very careful. It should not have to show any kind of negligence. Any kind of negligence will causes a huge loss to the company image, and also the company can't able to get the subscribed capital what it want to gather from the public. Okay, right, let us move on to the types of the prospector. I have just explained here only one prospector type, that is red herring prospectus. The remaining prospectors, what are the types are there, that is I am going to explain you in the next session, that is in the 6th session. Okay, so let us see what is red herring prospectus. Means this is the first stage. Okay, the definition, this is given according to the Companies Act 2013 section 32. According to that, these 4 things have been given. What is that? See, a company processing to make an offer of securities may issue a red herring prospectus prior to the issue of the prospectus. So the company which want to issue securities, okay, which want to offer securities by issuing of prospectus. So first prospectus is red herring prospectus prior to the issue of prospectus, means full prospectus. Before issuing the full prospectus, the first stage, the first primary prospectus, that is red herring prospectus. Okay, first there will issue a red herring prospectus that contain only very little information comparing to the detailed prospectus. Okay, a company processing to issue a red herring prospectus under subsection 1 shall file it with the registrar at least 3 days prior to the opening of the subscription and the offer. So when you are going to give offer to the public, or when you are going to start the subscription of the capital, before that 3 days you have to file it with the registrar. See, the registrar will find the mistakes, so that's why before that you have to file it with the registrar. For example, 21, 22, 23, 24, December 21st, December 22nd, December 23rd, December 24th. These are the 4 days. Now, if I want to issue the red herring prospectus on 24th December, at that time I have to submit these to the I have to file these prospectus with the register on December 20. Okay, on December 20 I have to file it with the register. So at least 3 days period, means before to the opening of the subscription. So 3 days before, 1, 2, 3. So 3 days before. So on the 4th day we are going to issue. So 3 days before we have to file it with the register. Next, a red herring prospectus shall carry the same obligation as are applicable to the prospectus, and any variation between the red herring prospectus or a prospectus shall be highlighted as a variation in the prospectus. Okay, so these prospectus, red herring prospectus is the first stage of prospectus, first stage of issuing the prospectus. If they find any kind of variation between the red herring prospectus and the original final prospectus, if there is any variation, at that time in the final prospectus it should be highlighted like this. Sometimes you have seen in the newspapers, while the news reporters are reading, they will use some sketch pen. Sorry, that sketch pen is just like in duster color. Okay, what that color I don't know exactly, but that will be some like this, there will be some different color. So there will, what they will do means they will change. For example, this is the matter which is different, that has a variation. At the time they will do like this, highlight that matter with a light color. This is dark color, but they will highlight the matter like this with the light sketches. Okay, so that indicates that there is certain variation or that is certain important thing. Okay, so that is highlighted if there is any variation between red herring prospector and the final prospector which has been going to be issued. The closing price of the securities of any other any other details are not included. So the closing price of the securities, okay, and any other related with the closing is not included in the red herring prospectus. Okay, shall be filed with the registrar and the SEBI. SEBI means Security Exchange and Board of India. Security and Exchange Board of India. So they should have to file these red herring prospector with the registrar or Security and Exchange Board of India. So this is about the first prospector, that is red herring prospectus. So red herring prospector means it is the first stage of the prospector. It is a first stage. So in that there will be no closing price of the security. This is the first initial stage of the prospector. Okay. So if there is any variation, that will be highlighted in this way with light sketches. They will highlight that. So it indicates that there is a variation between the red herring prospectus and that. Okay, so that is about that. And these red herring prospectus should have to be registered within the period 3 days period to the opening of the subscription. 3 days period means 3 days before. Okay, 3 days before. Here we are issuing. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So maybe on 21st or 20, whatever it may be, but at least 3 days before they have to be due. At least they have to be due 3 days before. So at least 3 days before they are saying. So from 21 or 20, whatever it may be, they can do. Okay, right? So in the remaining types of prospectus we will discuss in the next session, that is in the 6th session. Okay, right.